I know. I realize the movie's been out for a few days now. I have been busy, okay? I have worked the past 6 days in a row, and then yesterday I had school, so I haven't been able to check it out. I probably could have checked it out before work one of these days, but I really wanted to watch it in 3D because our movie theater doesn't offer 3D a whole lot, and I really like watching things in 3D if I can. So I did check it out today in 3D. So here are my thoughts on Encanto. Encanto was released in 2021. It was written by Charisse Castro-Smith and Jared Bush, and it's directed by Jared Bush and Brian Howard. Now, no spoilers, but the general idea of this movie is it is a Disney movie, a Disney animated feature that follows this young girl who lives in a family full of people who have basically superpowers that they get from this magical house. And then when it's this girl's time to get her magic power, she does not get one. She's the only one in the family who does not have a magic power, so she feels left out, and she feels that she's not as good as everyone else, so she feels like she constantly has to, prove her worth and try to be good enough for her abuela, grandmother in Spanish. And so, as you can see already, just by the description of the film, it's pretty straightforward. There's nothing surprising in the film. There's nothing that you're going to see that you're not expecting. And it is honestly kind of boring because of that. There's nothing interesting. There really isn't even an act structure in this movie. Yeah, I guess I could define it if you made me. But it really just feels like a flat line. It feels like, okay, yeah, we get to know the characters pretty well through the first opening song, and then from then on it's like, okay, the house is starting to crumble, and the girl thinks it's her fault, but is it really her fault? Probably not. And we never really find out, technically. It's strange. And the ending feels really rushed and really boring. There's never a moment where I thought the movie was going to end, because it didn't feel like there was really a third act. The third act happened, I was like, okay, this is probably the third act, but wow, it feels rushed. Which is strange, because the whole movie isn't really that rushed. The pacing was pretty good for the first 2 acts. And then it gets into the third act, and it's like, and we're done. And I'm like, okay, whoa. Hold up. Whoa. You can't do that to me right now. And that's really the main issue that I have with it, which isn't necessarily the worst thing. I mean, it could be worse. It could be slow. But it definitely lacked oomph, and it definitely, I feel, lacked originality. There's a lot of movies that have already tackled this exact, moral, it's be yourself, you don't have to prove yourself to others, blah 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 blah, all those morals that go along with that. We've seen things very, very similar to Encanto in film all the time, and so it's nothing really new. What I will say was good was the animation. Disney never fails with animation. I feel like every animated movie Disney puts out is always beautiful. This is no different. I was like, wow, this is stunning. The 3D was really, really good, really well done. It really felt like you were there. And I appreciated the animation and how it looked real. They usually don't do a whole lot of realistic looking people, and all these people kind of look realistic. Aside from, the really buff lady, which not that there aren't buff ladies in the world, because there are, but she's almost like the Hulk. And I was like, whoa, okay, you want us to think she's strong? Got you. I got you. And everyone else for the most part had pretty, aside from the big teeth and the over average size eyeballs, the animation looked real, and I like that. I really appreciated it. It felt smooth and fluent. It was good. Another thing I did enjoy for the most part was the music. I think that the opening song was a little bad. They were just like, all right, exposition, go. I'm like, whoa, stop, please. But then there were a lot of other songs that I thought were really good. There's a song by the Elisa I thought was pretty good. Our main character, Mirabelle, was pretty good. She had a song. It was solid, I think. The last song in the show, or movie, I guess, there's this one that's towards the end, in Spanish, that I really like, and in the end credits, which I know because I clean up after the theater a lot. They do it in English, and both versions are beautiful. They're actually probably one of my favorite things to clean up after is Encanto, just because the ending song there is so good. I really like it a lot. And honestly, that kind of saved it, was the animation within the music, because the storyline's kind of boring. I did like Bruno as a character. I like the mystery behind Bruno a lot, which I can't talk about Bruno because it's kind of a spoiler. But a really cool character surrounds Bruno. I thought it was really fun and really interesting. And that was really kind of it for me, was once we figure out what's going on with this character, the whole film slides, and that's in Act 2. So it goes... which kind of sucks. But is it a fun viewing experience? Sure. Is it in 3D and that's good? Yes. Definitely check it out if you are interested in that kind of thing. I mean, it definitely is good to look at. Do I think it's going to be nominated for Best Animated Picture? Probably. Do I think it's going to win? Absolutely not. I heard Mitchell's vs. the Machine is really good. I will check that out if it gets nominated. My favorite animated movie of the year so far is Luca. I really liked Luca, so I'm hoping that wins, but I haven't seen Mitchell vs. the Machines yet. And I liked Ron's Gone Wrong a lot too, but that probably won't be nominated. But we'll see. But yeah, I mean, it's also a good family movie. I realize that I'm not necessarily its target demographic, and that's okay. But if you have a family, and they like animated movies and feel-good movies, this might be one to show them. But I'm going to go ahead and give Encanto a B. Have you guys seen Encanto? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about it. It is in theaters right now and only in theaters, so check it out if you're interested. We do have it at Southside Cinemas for at least another week or two. So check it out if you're interested. If not, I get it. But I thought it was okay. Not the best thing. Definitely not the worst thing. But just kind of, it's a movie. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please consider subscribing. We have our 200 subscriber special on New Year's Eve from 1 to 9. It's going to be live. It's going to be really fun, so definitely check that out when the time comes. Please consider subscribing if you're not already, because it really does help me out a whole lot. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.